Welcome to the Business Behind the Scene podcast with Francesca Moi, where we talk all about real business problems, real solutions, and getting actual results in your business. Hello, and welcome to episode number 82 of Business Behind the Scene. Now, this podcast is really special to me because number 82 is the year I was born, and last week was my birthday. I had a birthday week. I had a week off in my new home, putting everything away and enjoying the space, and it was just magical. It's been really beautiful. I had lots of people over for dinners, and it's just been just what I needed. So this is what today I wanted to talk about. I'm going to go a little bit on a rant, so just bear with me because I keep hearing excuses. Santa Marisa, I hear excuses from people that they try to know, they think they know what's best. They think they know what's the best in business, and they haven't got to the place where they want to be. So I bring it to the table because I also don't know what's best for the future, right? I need to lean in and get a coach and get someone that can show me the way. I need to learn from someone that's been there. I need to surround myself with people that are doing it. And if I am arrogant enough to think that I know it all, then I'm probably most likely gonna, maybe I will succeed a little bit, it will take probably a little bit longer, and it would be a very lonely journey as well. So sharing my success with my coaches, with mentors, with people that have supported me along the way is the best, because now I listen, I do it, and I get success. I don't listen and wonder and think and stay and do all of the things that people do. And unfortunately, that's what people do. They shop around. They look, they're in business. They wanna have, go to the next level of their business. They want to take that next step, and then all of a sudden they sabotage it. They hide. They stay still, and a year later they're still in the same spot. And it's sad, because the reason why it's sad is not for them, but for the people that they could help, for the ripple effect they could make in people's lives, and they choose not to do that. So if you are a coach or you're in business and you know that you're playing small, really ask yourself why. Why are you playing small? And it could be, some people say, because I just don't want to work that hard. And let me ask you a question. Why do you think that success means working harder? Because all of it is, it's a limiting belief. It's a limiting belief that is stopping you from getting to the next level of your success. More success doesn't mean working longer hours or any harder than what you're doing now. Actually, it's probably the opposite. You probably be starting to work less and work more on the strategy of the business rather than working in your business. So I will really challenge you to ask yourself why. And I get lots of people very passionately saying to me, it's easy for you, Francesca, because you don't have kids. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's an excuse, right? I've got lots of clients that have got kids and they're very successful. And they're not by any means spending less time with the kids. They're actually picking them up from school, dropping them off, spending afternoon with them. So they're choosing to put the kids first, but that means that the hours that the kids are not there, they're focusing on the task that needs to be done, and they're focusing on the business growth, and they're studying, they're researching, the right things, instead of going for a coffee with a girlfriend, or just go for, a late sesh, or I don't know. I'm just saying it's important to have balance, and it's important to have your own time as well. And you can schedule that in. Like, if you want to go for coffee with a friend, you put in your calendar, you go for a coffee, that's fine. But the thing is, don't use that. Don't hold that as an excuse. I just need that time for myself. Yes, you probably do. And it's okay to have that time. Just don't let that stop you from achieving everything else, because you can have it all. It's possible to have it all. It's possible to have everything. And as I say that, I also know that I'm working on other areas of my life where I realized that I had a limiting belief that if I'm successful, that means I don't have time for other things, which is not true. So I called myself out, and I got a coach, and I got people that are supporting me to change these limiting beliefs, to be able to embrace every other area of my life. So I've showed that was the truth, because I used to be very successful and very unhealthy and overweight, and then I removed that, I changed that across, and now I'm very healthy and prioritize my health, and I'm still very successful. And so I'm adding, and then I was like, oh, I can't have friends, and I can't have a social life, and now I have a very active social life and lots of friends. And so it's important that you call yourself out and realize that any limitation is just starting from your mind, and you can change that anytime, as long as you don't crawl into the excuses and think that the excuses are the truth, and there is nothing but the truth, and you legit couldn't do anything else. So I really invite you to have a look where you're at in your business and ask yourself why. Why are you there? What is the belief that got you there? And what is belief that got you to stay where you are rather than go to the next level? And ask yourself, what is the next level? How does that look like? Because it's just a matter. I remember the other day a memory from my phone came up, and it showed me a photo of me and this girl that I met years and years ago, and she had a building. It was a 2-story building, and it was so beautiful. And I thought, oh my gosh, I wonder. And I remember she telling me that she was paying $60,000 a year. And I was like, wow, $60,000 a year for renting a space. How amazing is that? This was in 2015. And I was just like, wow. How does that look like? How can I manifest that? How can I afford that? After that, I met another girlfriend that had a space around the corner here that was about $45,000 a year. And I was like, wow, see, like everybody's doing it. I want to do it. And then guess what? I manifested it in 2017. I hired my space, which was $80,000 a year. And I had this beautiful 2-story venue. Upstairs, we had our offices, and downstairs, we had our venue for running events. And I actually got a photo in front of me that one of those beautiful events in that there were like 60 people in the room, and everybody's like, yay, I'm super excited. That's so cute. So I want to just remind you that everything that you have created so far, it was an idea once. It was a thought. It was in your brain, and then you manifested it. Then you make it happen. Then you created it. And same with me. Everything, the moment in that photo that I'm like just looking at now, I created it. The moment that I met that girl, and I saw, oh wow, there's a chance for me to hire space and have the business paying for it. And oh wow, that's good. Let's have a look how it's possible. And I did it. I made it happen. And every step of the way in my business, I would just wonder. I wonder how's that possible? I wonder how can I do that? And these things that now I'm putting in place that I'm like, okay, well, wonder how this next step is going to go. And I'm just going to allow that to happen, to manifest into my life. I don't need to control it. I don't need to, push it. But at the same time, I need to take steps towards it. So I hear this a lot when people say, oh, Francesca, if I have to push it, that means that it's not good for me. I teach that to people. I don't want to do that. And I'm like, listen, nobody's talking about pushing here. But at the same time, you don't want to crawl into your limiting beliefs. If this is a sabotage pattern, if this is like an excuse, then you need to stop it right now. You don't want to push, but at the same time, you don't want to stay still. Because if you stay still, then you're not going to be okay. You're not going to be able to grow. You're not going to be able to take the business to the next level. You're not going to be able to impact as many people you can impact. So I'm just like, telling you, hey, call yourself out. Get a coach that will call you out. Get someone to support you to see the other side of it. What if you were sabotaging yourself? What if there is more? What if you don't have to push, but you just have to allow? What if you don't have to push, but you have to lean in? What if you don't have to push, but you have to allow someone to show you the way? What if you don't have to push, but you have to go through a couple of road bumps? What if pushing is part of the journey? What if, listen, and now this is going to be something like really weird, but I want to give you a metaphor here. Imagine if someone that is about to have a child says, if I had to push, it's not meant to be. It probably needs to stay inside of me a little bit longer. Listen, women out there, you pushed and you pushed hard and it was painful, but look at what happened on the other side. You got a beautiful, beautiful son or daughter in your arms, didn't you? So listen, don't let the excuse of, there is a movement now of spirituality. And listen, I believe in spirituality. I love spirituality, but I want to bring you back to reality. And we are in this earth and we are in this human experience where we do sometimes need to push. We do sometimes need to cross some, things that'll be yucky and it'll be painful and it'll be annoying. But through that, there is the lesson. If you just keep living life without ever pushing, are you ever going to learn? Are you ever going to grow? Are you never going to, come to the other side? The time that I had to push through things, the times that I became a better version of myself, the time that things were not that easy, is the time that I've learned what to do and what not to do. Really, do you want to put yourself in such a space that you're never going to have to push again? You never have to have any problem, that is not realistic, people. You can be spiritual and believe that everything happened for a reason, also the tough times. Also the tough days, also the things that are feeling a little bit uncomfortable. Take the step, be brave, back yourself. Don't try to just wait until everything is smooth, because if that's the case, it means that someone else have paved the road for you, which means that you're not going to be the leader in that industry. If you want to be the leader, you got to do the hard work. You got to have to push things aside. You got to have to do what it takes to get to the other side. You can't wait for someone else to do it for you. Or you can't wait for the universe to make everything smooth and easy for you, because then maybe, just maybe, it might be a little bit turning too late. And I would hate that. I would always think about, I don't want to have regrets. I want to try, I want to do everything I can, and I don't want to have regrets. Even if it means that I have to do things that are hard and difficult, I just don't want to live with regrets. So whatever it looks like for you, think about something that you could do today to push a little bit, and allow that, and be proud of yourself for pushing. This is me ranting because I can't help it but seeing so many people that have so many dreams and desires, and yet they don't want to do anything about it because they're terrified of failing. But the truth is, by not pushing, by not doing, you're failing first. You're failing before you can even try. You're failing because you're not pushing. You're failing because you're sitting on the corner waiting for something to help you. But maybe that something is hard, is difficult, and maybe that is the lesson with it. So my friends, I hope this was helpful. I honestly am so grateful for all of you listening to this. So many beautiful comments on my social media lately about my podcast. So I appreciate you. If you haven't left a review, please do so. Whatever platform you're listening to this on, leave a review. I would love to. We've got about now 6,000 people listening to our podcast, which is amazing. We would love to reach 10,000. So you guys, I appreciate you. I thank you. I am beyond excited what's going to happen this year, and terrified in the same time, because I have dreams and I have ideas and I've got things that I want to implement, which means changing a lot of the things that I've done so far. And there is part of my brain that says, don't change it, stay like this. And there is Ollie Boy is agreeing with me. And the other part of me says, just go for it. You teach that. You teach to change. You teach to lean in. You teach to grow. So don't stay still. Go ahead and take the leap. So as I'm saying that and I'm going to do that, I'll invite you to do the same. Thanks, my friend. I'll see you next week. Bye. Hey, if you enjoy listening to this podcast, then you have to come to check out our Facebook group, Workshop Secrets for Coaches. It's a community of over 9,500 coaches that are ready to boom their business by running workshops. They are stuck in one-on-one coaching and they're ready to start to go one-to-many. So if you are one of those coaches, then you have to join us. I look forward to see you there. And hey, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave me a review to win a ticket to one of my workshops. I look forward to see you there.